everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we will be going for the central ideas and details and questions that comes in the SAT. So during the reading and writing section of the SAT, we will be getting some answers where we need to find out the main idea of the text. For that, you need to read the passage and you'll be asked either the main idea of the text or they'll probably ask a specific question on the text. So this is something that we need to keep in our mind. Within that, let's take an example which will actually help us to know what we are actually doing. So this is a central idea and detail example. It says many intellectual histories of Black Power movement of the 1960s and 1970 rely on essays and other explicitly ideology work as a primary sources, a tendency that can overpresent the perspective of a small number of thinkers, most of whom were male. Okay. Historian Ashley D. Farmer has shown that expanding the area of primary sources to encompass more types of print material, including political cartoons, advertisement, artwork, leads to much better understanding of the movement and the crucial diverse roles of the black woman played in shaping it. So it's more about कि पहले वो it's telling about कि what was the work done by black male, and it's then telling it about कि भाई जो printing material, political cartoon to advertisement, it was a movement that was more presented by black women, right? Here we have some choices. What is the best choice that describes the main idea? So we got a big summary. Before Farmers, the historian had largely ignored the intellectual dimensions of Black Power movement. I don't think so. This is the answer. Farmers' method research have enriched the understanding. No. Others young movies have designed. No. Yeah. So D is the answer. Within that, now we'll move towards this thing. How should we think? Like for instance, an SAT thing. If you get this answer, or if you get central idea and detailed questions, how will you answer it? This is one of the main things that people actually get lost. So we'll know central ideas and detailed questions focus on reading comprehension. So what we need to really do, because they give everything straightforwardly, so what we need to do in mainly is to read it. And there's nothing that you should know out of knowledge. There's certain text that you get and you're like, you don't understand it, like the text that we read just before. I have never read something like that ever in my life, but this was something that was outside of my knowledge. So you really don't need to have any additional information. The text simply will tell you the answer. If it talks about the central idea questions जो होते हैं, अगर if we get the idea, if the question asks us to identify the main idea, what do we need to do? The main idea should cover these things. Like first, the step is to read it. Once you read it, let yourself know, okay, what is the summary? What do you think about this one? So the main idea, when you think, should cover a majority of details and mention any particular point of the emphasis from the text, while the main idea should not include. Focus too intently on just one detail. If there is the main idea of yours, ki bhai, so it's focusing on one detail, so that's not a correct answer. And introduce new ideas which were not addressed in the text, something that contradicts as well. And if it talks about detailed questions, there are actually some questions which are specific question, like they give you the passage, they probably ask you some specific question out of that. Now we have how to approach central ideas and details questions. First of all, we need to summarize the text in your own words. You just don't need to skim through it. It's better to go scan. What is the difference between skim and scanning? Skim is just, for instance, you're reading a message, so you like a WhatsApp message, so that's skimming. You're like, okay, this is this. Scanning is just reading it closely, knowing what it actually means. So you need to scan, not skim, and determine the task. Like actually read the question, that what is it asking. Is it asking for the main idea? Is it asking about a particular piece of information? Then we need to revisit text, read it once again and get a summary, then predict and eliminate. Before watching the answers, make sure that you're actually understanding it. You actually creating a choice of your own, and then see what could be the correct answer. Okay, Some pro tips could be stay specific. This is the trick that we have applied in almost every SAT question. We really don't need an idea or an option which tells us about one specific thing but not complete the actual information. We want something which, which is the best choice out of all, right? And then keep your predictions short, some tricks. So now we have this question that we'll be solving, and here my video will also end. So it's also a one time for you to actually go and solve this, because we just learned what will be the tricks, what are the causes and everything. So just go ahead and stop this video and practice it, and let's see if you get the correct one. So without wasting your time, just let's also read it. I'll always suggest you to stop this video and actually check this out. The following text is adapted from the Robert Louis Stevenson 1883 novel Treasure Island. Nice. Bill is the character, is a sailor staying at the Admiral Benbow, an inn run by the narrator's parents. Okay. Every day when Bill came back from his stroll, he will ask if any seafaring men had gone by along the road. Okay, whenever he used to go, he used to ask about the seafaring man, right? And at first we thought it was the want for the company of his own kind that made him ask this question, but at last we began to see he was a desirous to avoid them. So people used to think that he's probably asking for that seafaring men just because he wanted to make connections or ask questions, but no. Then they got to know that he really wanted to avoid them. When a seaman did stay at the Admiral Benbow, he would look at him through the curtain door before he entered the parlor, and he always was always sure to be as silent as a mouse when any such was present. So it's just about a Bill who actually asks about the seafaring men, and he tries his best to avoid him. And जब भी वो किसी को देख लेता है, so he actually tries to hide up. ठीक है. So this is what the conclusion that we got. What is our question? According to the Bill, why does Bill regularly ask about seafaring men? So in this question, they're not asking about the main idea. Once again, it's talking about, it's telling about, and it's inquiring us about the specific detail, right? So what our perspective on this question might be, our perspective is that he's probably trying to avoid, or he's probably shy, or probably he just wants to avoid. Okay, so why does Bill regularly ask about? Because he wants to avoid them, right? He isn't sure that the guests at the inn will be welcoming of sailors. No, A is not an answer. He's trying to secure a job as a part. No, it's not even, because see, B is not valid because it's not even mentioned in the text at all. He's hoping to find an old man. No, because in the first perspective, yahi tha ki he was trying to find a friend, but later they got to know that he was trying to avoid. The option tells us that he doesn't want to encounter any other sailor unexpectedly, and I think this is the answer. We'll also check it out and see if it's correct. Definitely, it's a correct answer. So let's see why it is a correct answer. This is the best choice. The narrator says that at first they thought Bill regularly about the seafarers because he wanted their company, but eventually they realized that Bill actually wanted to avoid them. So that's how you do it, and it's quite easy, right? I hope you guys really understood this topic and had the best time. And if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment sections. I'll be probably replying to all of the comments. Thank you so much.